You okay, Nancy? You okay? What you doing? We all gotta get flea comb, Nancy. Nancy, we gotta get comb for fleas.
Stella, Splash, Simba, Boo, Sammy, Richard, Nancy, Goldie, Ziggy, Ringo, Eva, Hydrox, and Ditto, the Lucky Ferals.
It's about 12:30 p.m. and there's Sammy. She just jumped on the cat tower. Is she gonna go to the top? There she goes. So I just finished some work this morning and I ended up having to work late last night. I got an email probably around 9 p.m. Hey Ziggy, hey Ziggy, hey Ziggy. And that's one of the drawbacks about working from home on a very flexible schedule. Sometimes you have to deal with something like when you'd rather be relaxing. So I ended up working pretty late last night and then got some stuff done this morning, and I just placed my order with the poultry farm. So I'm going to take a ride over there, but first I have to head over to my office and take care of something there. Then on the way back, I want to see if I could stop off at a local supermarket and also maybe like a Lowe's or Home Depot. I need some potting soil because I bought some new flower pots for some of my inside plants. Tomorrow, the next day, and the next day, I have people coming here to give me estimates on this HVAC system, the new AC unit that I need. So that starts at 1 p.m. tomorrow. So that means I'm going to make homemade cat food either later tonight or tomorrow morning before 1 p.m. I'm just going to have to squeeze it in. It's 1:51 p.m. There's been a change of plans. I had to come home and deal with some emails. And I'm downloading some documents right now. And Sammy was pestering me. So I was like, okay, Sammy, you want some chicken? Because I still have some leftover chicken from the other day. So I gave her a piece of chicken. I gave Goldie some chicken. And they're staring at the chicken like they've never seen it before. Like I'm giving them poison. So I literally had to take a piece of chicken and eat it. And I'm sitting here with them and I'm like, look, I'm eating a piece of chicken. So after they see me eating it, then the two of them start eating it. Do you see how cats are sometimes? It's like they want someone else to make sure that it's good. It is 7:26 p.m. and that is a bowl of raw meat. So I just finished making homemade cat food for the cats. I made about 12 pounds of turkey-based food and 15 pounds of chicken-based food. So the freezer is almost fully stocked. I'm also freezing some single meal sizes of organ meats and chicken necks. So if I want to buy some meat and then just cut it into chunks, then I can make meals that way. So when I counted, I have about 12 days worth of meals in the freezer if the cats eat breakfast and dinner. And if, I could stretch those out with a few other meals, then I could do that also. So anyway, while I was cleaning up, I opened up the grinder and I realized there's still some meat in the grinder that didn't make its way all the way through. And I figured, let me just put it in a bowl. I'll put it outside and we'll see if that little cat eats it. If the cat doesn't eat it, then we definitely know it's going down the block to get fed or it's eating somewhere else. And if it does eat it and it's not picky and it's ravenously hungry, then we have an idea that the cat maybe is not eating and is only hunting to eat. So we'll see what happens. It's 9:35 p.m. There's Splash. I don't know if you could see him, but he's looking out the window in Boo's room. It might be blurry. But I just checked the food in the bowl outside, like I could see it from the kitchen window, and it's still there. Nobody ate it. So I checked the security camera that I pointed at it, and there's been no movement on the security camera. So I just wanted to mention that. It's 9:35 p.m. and here's Boo finishing his dinner on the play rug in the living room. Sometimes he holds out for me to put a few crunchies on it, and I just gave the cats a little bit of crunchy time. Like they literally get one tablespoon each, or sometimes even a teaspoon. There's Stella. I just wanted to mention that I looked out the kitchen window at the bowl of food and nobody ate it. So I think that's a good sign that the cat is actually eating somewhere else. It's 9 a.m. and here's Stella. And for the past 2 nights, I have not gotten good sleep at all because I took the thicker comforter off of the bed and then I just put like a thin duvet cover on it without like a duvet in it. And for me, it's been wonderful because it's a lot cooler at night. But for some reason, now 3 cats have to lay on the bed at night. So it's Stella, Boo, and Simba. And every night they take up the vast majority of the bed. They want to stretch themselves all out. And that doesn't leave a lot of room for me. So I've been having to sleep in like all kinds of strange positions. And today I got a little bit of a stiff neck from it. And I haven't been, sleeping that well through the night because of it. So that's what's been going on. Also, I did check the security camera footage. And a possum ended up eating the meat that I put in the bowl on the patio. So a possum came by probably around 10 p.m. Then a little while later, the neighbor's cat came by, sniffed at the bowl, walked away. Then the orange tabby came by, sniffed at the bowl, and walked away. And then the skinny tabby that's been laying on the patio chairs did not show up until 5 a.m., sniffed at the bowl, walked away, made itself comfortable on a patio chair, and has just been relaxing there since then. So that's the update. Right now, Nancy is underneath my bed. She wanted to come up this morning. She likes to smell air out of the windows, which is fine. She could come up. But sometimes it makes the cats a little anxious because she can be unpredictable. Right, Boo? Right now I have to comb them and brush them, and we're going to start our day. It's 9:25 a.m. I'm just giving the cats their breakfast. I forgot to defrost homemade raw food. It's actually in my refrigerator, and I forgot to put it out. Usually I'll put it out on the counter, and it will defrost overnight, but if I put it in my refrigerator, it does not defrost overnight. It's still solid frozen. Nancy took herself downstairs, and I did pet Splash today. These 3 got brushed and combed. Splash did not get brushed and combed yet. Sometimes he likes to get brushed and combed like later in the day. He's definitely a different cat. I did actually brush him a little bit, and I got to pet him, and I pet his back, and the lump is gone. So it seemed like it was like an abscess from a wound, and now it has drained, and it is gone. So that is good. It's 1:54 p.m. Look at this. Look. It's a baby deer. I just saw it walk out of the woods across the street from my house. I can't zoom in any farther. And I had to run and find the camera. And now they're like halfway down the block. But do you see the little baby deer? We have a new baby this year. It's 2:41 p.m. and I just had a very interesting experience with Sammy. So Sammy does this thing where every time I walk into the kitchen in the middle of the day, she finds me there and she starts meowing at me like crazy. So then I usually give her a few treats, and she's still meowing at me. So then I usually give her a few more treats, but she still meows at me, and she just kind of pesters me like the entire time I'm in the kitchen. So today I was in the kitchen and I was making chicken soup. So I roasted a chicken the other day. The cats got some for their dinner. So what I was doing today was I was taking the rest of the meat off of the bones, and then I took the bones and I put them in a pot with some water, and now I'm making chicken broth for the cats. So while I was doing that, Sammy shows up in the kitchen like she always does, and she starts meowing at me. So I was like, what do you want, Sammy? Oh, you want some chicken? So I gave her some chicken. She ate it, very happy. I gave her another piece of chicken. She ate it, very happy. And then she just walked out. And she's happy now. And she's much more content than when I would give her treats. So what I'm thinking is now I have to start keeping some kind of like cooked meat in the fridge so that, if she wants some kind of snack, I'll just give her like a few pieces of cooked chicken versus, some cat treats. I think it's better for her, and she's happier with it. Like, she left me alone, and it was a different experience because usually she doesn't leave me alone until I walk out of the kitchen. It is 10:04 a.m. Here's Stella with what is left on the plates from the OG4. So everyone's schedule is completely off today. Here's Boo. Everyone's routine is completely off today because I had an HVAC estimate at like 8:30 this morning. And then I, just jumped into work, and now I'm kind of assessing the situation. I do need to go out and run an errand or two, but I need to figure out what else I need to get done before I could do that. So here's Boo. He's on the cat tower near this window. Normally he's in his room, but he's here, and I don't know if he wants to go into his room. Like if I leave, I have been just shutting the door to his room so that there's no fights, like with him and Nancy or him and anyone else. So I don't know if I'm going to leave him here, but that's why I'm saying I need to kind of assess the situation. Here's Richard, and Sammy is on top of the cat tower. The Lucky Seven pretty much hid downstairs this morning when the service technician came here. It was a day and night difference between the person that came here today and the person that came here yesterday. The person that came here yesterday, I mean, it took forever. It took like an hour just to give me estimates. It was just very unprofessional. Like the guy was just like snarky and just trying like different sales tactics. And I've been trained in sales tactics, so I easily recognize them. But the guy today was just really straightforward, very professional, like not trying to sell me stuff I don't need. And I don't have his estimate yet. He is going to email it to me. And tomorrow afternoon, early evening is when I have another company scheduled. And then I want to look into scheduling more for next week. Like if all of the estimates were like today's estimate, like just really quick, efficient, professional, I wouldn't mind. But you end up sometimes dealing with companies that aren't that quick or professional, and you never know until you have someone come out. So this is what's going on with the breakfast downstairs. Like nobody touched it, and it's been sitting here at least an hour right now. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to clean up probably 5 of these plates. I'll leave 2 plates on the platter because last time when I did this, it worked out great. I cleaned up the food and I left like a plate or 2 down here. Eventually someone came down and finished that food, and then I reused the food that I cleaned up. Instead of throwing it out because it's perfectly good food, I'm gonna put it in a storage container and they'll just eat it later. That's what's going to happen. So I'm going to do that right now, not wasting all this food. It's 1:22 p.m. and look at this. I just got back from the organic market and I was putting the groceries away. And I'm hard boiling some eggs for the cats, and this is an empty egg carton. So Sammy's been meowing at me. So I said, "What do you want, Sammy? You want the egg carton?" So I put it on the floor and look at her. She's laying in the egg carton. She's a small cat, so she could do that. I just put some treats in the egg carton for Sammy because she's meowing at me. Let's see if she'll get them out. This will keep her occupied for a few minutes. The ticking in the background is my toaster oven. Oh, here comes Ringo. Here we go. See, if she steps on it, it won't move around as much. It's like a puzzle. She has to get him out with her paws. She can't stick her face in there. It's 5:45 p.m. I'm putting some dinner together for myself, and Sammy was meowing and meowing and meowing at me. So I gave her a piece of cold chicken, and it immediately shut her up. And she's been working on it. She's been licking it and chewing on it. I gave her a big piece. I figured it'll keep her quiet for a while. Here's Nancy. She's on top of this cat tower. She's been here for quite a while. And there's Goldie. Goldie's been upstairs also. Now, I don't know how this cat tower got moved away from the wall. Somehow it did. There's Ziggy. She's a very small cat, almost as small as Sammy. She fits nicely on this little cat condo. It's 7:23 p.m. Look at what's going on here. That's the skinny tabby relaxing in the back of the yard. I just tapped on the door a few minutes ago and it was looking at me, so I know it's not injured or anything. It was laying on the patio chairs this afternoon, and I went outside maybe like an hour ago because I forgot to water all of the flower pots. So when I went out to do the watering, it ran off, of course, but I got pretty close to it. Like I was within 5 feet of it before it ran off. Nancy sees him. He just walked under the fence back there. At least I know all of my immediate neighbors like cats because they all have cats. They have at least one cat, and I know that because I see the cats in the window. So I just went around the house cleaning the windows, just grabbed some Windex, and I was cleaning the inside of the windows. And I was looking at this door, and near the top of the door, I saw like these little things. I don't know what you call them, but I was like, it looks like the window can be like opened from the top. So I just slid the window down and now I have a screen door. There's a screen built into this door. However, right now, like here, see, it's like coming out. So the screen here is coming out of the frame. But I had no idea. I had no idea that there's a built-in screen on this back door. Wow, it feels so good right now. There's such a nice breeze coming through. But to be honest, I don't trust this with the cats because if one of them jumps up onto the screen to claw at it, I don't even know if that would hold them, especially because of the way it's like loose here. It's not even like going in the frame. This is wild. I'm looking at the top of the door right now and I'm like, I don't even know where the screen goes. Like it must roll up somewhere in here, but from the outside, like it doesn't even look like there's enough room for it to roll up into the top of the door. This is crazy. It's blowing my mind right now. And it's totally adjustable. So like right now, I could even raise the window higher. So the window goes all the way up here right now. So there's only like, I don't know, a little more than a foot of screen above it. It's still nice to get a breeze that way. And I could put it like this where it's only open like 4 inches and you still get some airflow. So it's pretty cool. So I put it all the way back up to where it was, and now if I try to take it down again, it doesn't come down. So maybe that's why I never knew there was a retractable screen on this door, because maybe the previous owners never used it because it didn't work good. So that's why they never said anything about it. It is 2:20 p.m. and there's Sammy and Goldie. This seems to be their favorite spot for the past few days. I'm really happy Goldie's up here. Eva is downstairs. She's the only cat downstairs. I gave her some treats. I was down there ironing some laundry that needed to be ironed, and I changed the sheets on all the furniture. So I put a load of laundry in the washing machine. Now, when I washed my comforter the other day, there was a mess in the laundry room. Like there was a puddle of water coming from underneath the washing machine. So I don't know if that was because it was just overloaded because the comforter is so big and large, or if it's because I now have a problem with the washing machine. So I'm going to keep an eye on it and check it like every 5 or 10 minutes to see if there's another water issue today. I have about 2 hours now to get everything ready before the next AC tech comes to give me another estimate. So that'll be the last estimate for this week. And if it is like the guy from yesterday, it'll be great. It'll be quick, easy, professional. If it's like the guy from 2 days ago, it's going to be a nightmare. I'm just hoping it is a quick, easy, professional appointment and they give me a decent estimate. I have to scoop all the litter boxes, put fresh water in all the water bowls, and vacuum the house. Those are the 3 main things that I need to do. It is 4:24 p.m. and look at this. Look, it's Goldie. on my bed. This is a first. Never seen Goldie on my bed before. So Richard was laying here earlier today, and now it's Goldie. There's Ziggy. She's in the middle of the cat tower. She likes it there. And there's Nancy on top of the cat tower. And I have the AC on because it's very hot today. It's around 87 degrees today. And I'm happy to say that the air conditioning is working, so it's nice and cool in the house. And here's Stella. Look. She came out from underneath the kitchen table. The temperature inside the house is 78 degrees, and it just feels really nice, really comfortable. I am completely happy with this temperature. I like summer and I love warmer weather, but I know with the cats, it's nice to have the house a little bit cooler. So I need to be out of here by like 10 a.m. tomorrow, and I'm trying to get things done today so that I have as little to do tomorrow as possible. I still need to go out and run one quick errand, so I'm going to do that even though it's after 4 p.m. But I figure if the AC technician is on the way, they usually let you know, and I'm not going very far at all, so even if they let me know that they're on their way, I should be back before they get here. It is 4:28 p.m. I literally just walked out the door and then got a message that the technician is on the way. So hopefully he'll be here soon and it won't take long, and then I could go out and do what I need to do. It's 5:05 p.m. and here's Stella. She's still in the cat tower. She didn't even try to run and hide when the guy showed up at the front door and rang the bell. Meanwhile, all of the cats in the bedroom are hiding. Boo's hiding, but here's Simba. So the guy is in his car right now putting an estimate together for me. Today's meeting with the technician was the best one so far as just level of professionalism, like efficiency, just really, get to the point, take a look at what needs to be done, and let's discuss options kind of thing. Super nice guy. And hopefully the estimates are good. Very, very helpful. Answered all of my questions. Just really polite. If the estimates are better than the estimates I got yesterday, then it will be really good. Hopefully it's not more expensive. Here's Stella. She's walking around like, where's everybody? Where'd everyone go? You go in the room? You want to go in Boo's room? You shut the door? We shut the door, Stella. No? Here's Sammy. So I just got the estimate from the technician, and I'm very disappointed with it because no choices. It's just like, okay, here's your estimate. All the other companies gave me like choices to choose from. And it's like one brand, which is not the brand that I currently have. It's a different brand. And the price is higher than the quotes yesterday. I think it's higher than like 2 of the quotes from yesterday. So, yeah, I don't think I'm going to be going with them. I don't like the fact that they didn't really give me any choices. It's just like, okay, well, here's your cost, and this is what we could do. It's 7:41 p.m. Here's Stella, and she just went downstairs on her own. She went halfway down the steps because I went downstairs to turn the sprinkler system on, and I had to put a new battery in it, and I had to program it. And she's like, where are you? And when I came out of the back room where it's located, Stella was waiting for me halfway down the steps, and she saw little Eva. Little Eva's laying down there. So Stella was like, what's going on down here? But that's the first time Stella did that. That's the first time Stella went that far downstairs since the Lucky 7 have been living down there. Right, Stella? Good job. Now I gotta go outside and look at the sprinklers. It is 11 p.m. and here's Boo and Stella. Splash is by the door and Simba's by the window. And these are a bunch of automatic feeders. They're set up for some snacks tonight and tomorrow morning. And partially set up for meals tomorrow and the next day. I have to finish setting them up tomorrow. I will put some frozen Shibas in them for the cats to eat for dinner tomorrow. They are going to have some canned food for breakfast, and then I'll continue filling them up for the rest of their meals. What I'm hoping is that having the feeders out will keep the cats from waking me up in the middle of the night. Like, it'll give them something to think about and focus on. So these are set to go off around 2 o'clock in the morning, with just maybe like a teaspoon of Crunchies. And then also at 7 o'clock in the morning with like another teaspoon of Crunchies. And what I've done this evening is I've shut my bedroom door. So it has been off limits. It was open all day. The Lucky 7 were in my room. They had a good time. And this morning, the OG4 were in my room. But I need to get good sleep tonight. I have not had good sleep in several nights now. And it's starting to catch up with me. And I have to be out of the house hopefully before 10 a.m. tomorrow, which means I need to get up at like 7 because I have a lot to do tomorrow morning before I leave. Which means if I go to bed now and fall asleep immediately, I could get like 8 hours of sleep. But that's not really realistic because I still have to pack a bag. So maybe I'll be in bed by midnight. That would be good. But I'm going to hope to keep the door shut. And I'm hoping that none of the cats are going to bang on the door and want to be let in. Because like I said, I just really need cat-free sleep tonight. I don't want anyone waking me up. Like Simba, who woke me up every 2 hours last night. Right, Simba? I don't know why you do that sometimes. And then I couldn't get back to sleep. It was like once he woke me up, then I was like up for like a half hour or an hour. And then just when I was having some more good sleep, he woke me up again. He does this thing where he headbutts me while I'm sleeping, and he takes his paws and he like scratches at me. Like he puts his paws in my face. Right, Simba? That's not very nice. I don't wake you up when you're sleeping, Simba. I let you nap. You could let me sleep, Simba. He does it because he wants treats. Because he knows I keep treats in the room when I need to bribe people to, get them in the room for whatever reason. Or if I need to bribe them so that I could, like, comb or brush them sometimes. He knows that they're there. And he knows that I'll give him some treats so he'll stop bothering me. Doesn't he look guilty? He knows. Look how guilty he is. Simba, I know your tricks. I know your tricks, Simba. Here's Splash. So I pet Splash a few times today, and he just has a flat scab on his back. So the lump that he had on his back is gone, and now there's just a scab there. So hopefully that will heal. He doesn't like it when I give it any attention, so he said he's just going to take care of it himself. And I told Boo that he has his own beautiful bedroom to sleep in tonight, right, Boo? You could do your job and look out the windows, and you could sleep in your room because you have your own room. And Stella can sleep in the living room because she loves sleeping in this room. And Splash and Simba can sleep on the cat towers. Okay, guys? All right. It's 11:05 p.m. and so much for no cats in the bedroom because Boo was banging the door down. So I let him in, and he will be the only cat allowed in. Maybe Stella, but that's it. I don't want a bunch of cats in the room, Boo. I have to sleep. I let Boo in because Boo lets me sleep. Like, he doesn't wake me up. Okay, Boo? Okay, you relax. You gonna sleep here? You sleep here. You just relax, Boo, okay? You relax. It is 7:30 a.m. Here's Simba. He's laying on the bed, and we're going to have a talk. So last night, the only cat that slept in my room was Boo, and then he left the room at 2 a.m., and thankfully, I was able to get right back to sleep. So I had pretty much like 5 hours of uninterrupted sleep other than having to let Boo out of the room, but I fell asleep right away, so that was good. At one point, Simba did try to get into the room, and he got past me, and he jumped on the bed really fast, but I picked him up. I'm like, no, Simba, you can't be in the room tonight. So this morning, he came into the room, and we're just about to have a talk. This is how Simba likes to talk to me. Simba, we got to talk about what's going to be happening here today and tomorrow, okay? Because you did so good last time. I want you to do good again this time, right, Simba? So I am going to be away until tomorrow night, Simba. Okay? You have your automatic feeders. You have little feeders and big feeders. And they have all of your food in the feeders, Simba. And every few hours, it's going to give you a little meal, right, Simba? So you're going to have a little meal, and it'll be your Crunchies. You love Crunchies. And then a few hours later, you'll have another little meal. Right, Simba? And then a few hours later, you'll have another little meal. So there's no reason to overeat, and there's no reason to eat too fast. Because before you know it, another meal will be coming out of the feeders. Okay, Simba? So about every 6 hours, there will be a little meal coming out. That's good, and it's your favorite meal. It's your Crunchies. Except for dinner tonight, you're also going to have some Sheba. And you don't have to eat too fast, but there's 8 feeders, okay? You have your 4 big meal feeders. Everyone gets one. You get one. Splash gets one. Stella gets one. And Boo gets one. And then you have your snack feeders. And the snack feeders have 2 little snacks, Simba. So there's plenty of food, okay? You don't got to go crazy. Just eat a little bit, and then when you're hungry again, just eat a little bit, okay? Just eat a little bit, don't eat a whole lot, and then vomit. Just eat a little bit at a time, and eat slow, okay? It is almost midnight. I just got home. Hello, Boo. Here's Simba, and I just took a walk around the house. And I'm so proud of you, Simba. There's no vomit. I'm so proud of you, Boo. There's no vomit. No vomit to clean up, right, Simba? You're a good boy. So this new system seems to be working well. This is twice now that I've gone away on an overnight trip, and I've not come home to any vomit. Now, I have not been downstairs yet. Could be a different story downstairs because I think I saw something on the security camera that might have looked like some vomit on the rug, so I'm going to have to go downstairs and see. What's going on here? Oh, there's Stella. Stella jumped on the bed. Everyone's happy I'm home. Hello, everyone's happy? You're happy I'm home? Everybody happy? Hey, Stella. Here's Nancy, and I can't remember if I left this light on or if I just put it on when I came in the door. So, I don't know, maybe this was left on. Hey guys! Nancy's looking good. Yeah, okay. So here's their automatic feeder. There's still a lot of Crunchies in this feeder. Hi, Sammy. Sammy and Nancy met me by the back door when I got home. It is 10:39 a.m. and here's Boo. So I flea combed the cats this morning and I brushed them. And because I'm going to be celebrating Boo and Stella's birthday, probably today, I was giving Boo some extra attention. And he was itching. And I was like, okay, I'm going to get the flea comb because I know he loves being flea combed. So I started flea combing him just a lot, like a super lot. And sure enough, I found a tiny flea on him, so I am so not happy about this. Today is June 16th, and I just found a flea on Boo. That means I am going to have to just like super comb him and the rest of the cats every day because I don't want to go through what I went through last year. And when I say super comb, I mean I'm going to have to comb them a lot because like I mentioned, I've been flea combing the cats every day. I flea combed Boo earlier today. I got no fleas. But when I spent a ton of time flea combing around his neck, that's when I finally found a tiny flea. Like it was super, super tiny. The only reason I was able to see it was because I'm using this white and silver comb. So I am going to flea comb him more and see if I could find anything else. I mean, thankfully, Boo enjoys being flea combed. But, yeah, we are now going to have to go into flea fighting mode. Right, Boo? Boo says he's okay with that. I just flea combed Boo a lot, and I did not get any other fleas off of him. So I'm hoping it was a random stray flea, but I am going to flea comb the other cats just to make sure. I'm going to like super comb all the cats today. I just came downstairs to recomb the cats down here and to comb Nancy because she was upstairs when I was down here before. And I just got a flea off of her. It was a larger flea. So I am going to continue to comb everyone until I don't get any more fleas on the comb. Hopefully it's just a few random fleas. And we're going into full-on flea war mode. So I have to make sure that the dehumidifiers are on. Probably going to have to move a dehumidifier upstairs. Although when I talk to the HVAC people, they say that when you run the air conditioning, it acts as a dehumidifier. So maybe I'll just start running the air conditioning more. I'm going to have to pull more of my white clothes out. I'm going to have to make sure that anytime I go in and out of the house, there are no fleas on me. If it's bad, I'm going to have to buy some Capstar for the cats down here. Once again, the big issue that I have is that 3 of these cats don't let me comb them. And that is still Eva, Ringo, and Goldie, and that is because I've not had any additional time to try to socialize them better since flea season, because last year I went straight from flea season into board of directors drama. Like, there was no gap in between. It was like one day is flea season, the next day I'm dealing with board of directors drama from November, December, January, February, and through now. Yeah, that's what I'm dealing with. Although that ended a few weeks ago, I'm still catching up with other things around the house. So as soon as I comb the cats this morning, I'm then going to vacuum everything. And then I'm going to have to like sit down and figure out, okay, well, what supplies do I need? And do I need to buy anything? Do I have stuff from last year? And take it from there. Here's Nancy. I've gotten several fleas off of her from around her neck area, as well as some flea dirt. But at least she's been enjoying having me comb her. Like, she hasn't been running or fighting, so that's good.
Nancy, Nancy, listen to me. Nancy, Nancy, give me your fleas. Tell your fleas to jump on the comb. We don't want any fleas in our home. Nancy, Nancy, tell them to leave. Nancy, Nancy, I'll be relieved. And you won't have to be combed every day if all the fleas would just go away. We don't want any fleas. We don't want any bugs. We don't want them in your fur. We don't want them on the rug. We want a happy cat family free from itchy fleas. Nancy, Nancy, you're a good girl. Nancy, Nancy, give it a whirl. Tell your fleas they're not wanted here. We'd be happy if they disappear. We don't want any fleas. We don't want any bugs. We don't want them in your fur. We don't want them on the rug. We want a happy cat family free from itchy fleas. We want a happy cat family free from itchy fleas. We want a happy cat family free from itchy fleas.
The problem I'm finding is that these cats have really thick fur, and the fleas are really burrowing down into the fur, especially around their neck. I probably got around 5 fleas off of Nancy. And now I'm going to work on Ziggy, see what she has. Okay, Ziggy. I forgot that I used a roll of toilet paper last year because one toilet paper sheet is perfect for squashing fleas. So if I comb a cat and I see any fleas in the comb, like right there, I squash them with the toilet paper. But that one just jumped. I don't know where that one jumped to, which means I have to get my tape. I use super sticky yellow tape for any loose fleas. So a flea just jumped off of Ziggy. Maybe it jumped back onto her, but don't sit on the toilet paper. Come on over here, Ziggy. Ziggy, come here. Come here, Ziggy. So I got a few fleas off of Nancy, a few fleas off of Ziggy. I think I got like 1 or 2 off of Richard, and now I'm working on Sammy. I've been getting a few fleas off of Sammy, but I really have to dig into their necks with this flea comb. I'm trying to keep her here because I just want to mention this really quickly. And I should have been doing this sooner, but I mean, I like really have to like dig into her neck to get any kind of flea off of her. And that's where they've been coming from around the necks on all of these guys. And their fur has gotten so thick compared to last year that I hope they tolerate this. Like, I really have to dig the comb in. I'm changing all of the sheets that have been on the furniture down here. And last year I bought 2 sets of white sheets to put on the furniture. One was organic percale, and then the other one was a higher thread count. Just like normal non-organic sheets. And I mean, they're both pretty much the same price. I got them on Amazon. It was like next day delivery. But these are the organic percale sheets. And look at this. They have a big tear here. There's a hole here. And there's holes here. These definitely did not last as well as the higher thread count sheets did. So I would definitely not recommend these type of sheets when dealing with cats and fleas. So I just wanted to take note of that. And I don't know why Sammy does this, but whenever I put a fresh sheet on this couch, she wants to go underneath the sheet, and then like here, she likes to run around under here. Sometimes she just lays there like it's a hammock, but she loves like coming up here, running around, and just hanging out under the sheet. And I let her do it. I'm like, okay, if she wants to do that, fine. Do you see this? What are you doing, Sammy? And it is a leather couch. And I've pretty much given up on the fact that it's going to be full of holes from cat claws. She's here in this corner right now. I don't know why she enjoys this. But as soon as she sees me putting a sheet on this couch, she just runs on it. Yeah. I don't know what's the matter with her. The noise in the background is the dehumidifier, so I put it back on and I actually lowered the humidity on it. So it's going to take the humidity down to around 40. And I need to do that because of the flea situation. So far today, I've found fleas on the cats around their neck when I really dig in with a flea comb, but I haven't found fleas anywhere else in the house. So thankfully, hopefully it'll just be contained on the cats right now, and then we could deal with that, and then the fleas will just go away. It's 4:45 p.m. and I just got back from running some errands. So this is what I got. Most of this is from the Dollar Tree. I got some Temptations for Stella and Boo because it is their birthday celebration. It's also Father's Day. So they're going to enjoy some of these along with Splash and Simba. And then I got some of this Dawn Blue dish soap because this is what I use to drown fleas in. I put a little bit of this in a container with water and then the fleas drown. I got these super cheap, very light colored flip-flops to wear around the house. I am busting out all of my light colored clothing and accessories, and I want to see anything that looks like a flea. So these were $1.25. I'm like, for wearing around the house, these should be fine. I got 4 rolls of this cheap toilet paper. It's 1-ply bath tissue. This is what I use to drown the fleas with. This is like toilet paper squares are the perfect size. So when I flea comb the cats, if there's a flea on the comb, I grab 1 square of toilet paper, smash the flea in the toilet paper, and drown them. And the Really cheap one-ply toilet paper seems to work the best, because when I use like the thicker two-ply soft paper, it can get in the way. So that's why I got 4 of these. This should last a while. I'm going to keep 2 downstairs, 2 upstairs. And then I went to a local organic market and I picked up this Zoom laundry soap because I'm pretty much all out of laundry soap. And I got lavender. I really like their frankincense and myrrh scent, but they didn't have that. It was like sea salt, lavender, or patchouli. So I figured, I know lavender's safe with cats, so I got lavender. I figure it's very relaxing also. And I also stopped in Stu Leonard's and I got these sea scallops for the cats. These were so expensive. These were like $26 for 1 pound of sea scallops. But Stella and Boo are 9 years old and Simba and Splash are 8. And this is how they are going to be celebrating their birthday this year. This is a special treat for the cats. They don't have scallops all the time because they're so pricey. And usually the cats love these. So I am going to cook these for the cats, and then they're going to have this as part of their dinner tonight. It's about 5 p.m. and it is Father's Day, so I just gave Boo his crunchy feeder. He only gets this on special occasions. And he gets it on Father's Day. There's Simba. Boo's like, this is mine. This is not yours. And Boo remembers how to use it. He's trying to press the lever. Hopefully it'll work with these Crunchies, because these Crunchies are a little bit bigger than like other brands of Crunchies. Boo, you gonna get your Crunchies out? There's actually 6 tablespoons of Crunchies in there. I don't know if he's gonna eat all of them. There's his paw on the lever. He's pushing it. Is it stuck? Is it stuck? Are these too big? Yeah, that's stuck. You gonna try a different one, Boo? That spins around. There's 3 of them. There he goes. To the next one. Push it down. Push it down, Boo. Oh no. Oh no, are these too big? Are these too big? Okay, let's see what happens. Can we do it? Oh, it comes out. It comes out. There's Splash. There's Simba. Simba says, give me some. Simba and Splash have never learned how to use any of these like touch feeders. Boo and Stella have. I'll give Stella hers later. Right now, Stella's under the kitchen table and all of the Lucky 7 are in the room with her. Well, I don't know if all the Lucky 7 are in the room with her, but a good portion of them are. I don't know why they're not coming out for Boo. I didn't know if he would want these because they had Crunchies for the past 2 days. Oh, there you go. There you go. This one over here definitely looks like it's stuck.
Yum yum crunchies, crunchies, yum yum yum. 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 I don't need any help, I can get them myself. I just press on the lever, my food is expelled. I love how they taste, and I love how they smell, and I love how they crunch, don't wanna eat nothing else. Yum yum crunchies, crunchies, yum yum yum. Yum yum crunchies, crunchies, yum yum yum. I don't get this enough, I have fun when I do. Get to serve my own meal and control my own food. I love me some crunchies and I don't need a bowl. Sometimes I don't chew them, I just swallow them whole. Yum yum crunchies, crunchies, yum yum yum. Yum yum crunchies, crunchies, yum yum yum. I don't need any help, I can get them myself. I just press on the lever and my food is expelled. I love how they taste, and I love how they smell, and I love how they crunch, don't wanna eat nothing else. Yum yum crunchies, crunchies, yum yum yum. Yum yum crunchies, crunchies, yum yum yum. I don't get this enough, I have fun when I do. Get to serve my own meal and control my own food. I love me some crunchies and I don't need a bowl. Sometimes I don't chew them, I just swallow them whole. Them whole. Yum yum crunchies, crunchies, yum yum yum. Yum yum crunchies, crunchies, yum yum yum.
Usually Boo will just keep like hitting the levers until he finishes all the food. That's why I didn't put too much food in. Okay, so I'm gonna let Boo enjoy his crunchies. I'll check on him later. It is 6:12 p.m. I just opened the door to check on Boo and his crunchies, and I saw this. Look at Splash. He's laying in Boo's bed that I guess I tossed it on the day sofa earlier, but he's playing with the spider. Do you see the spider? He's sleeping with the spider. You want to come out, Simba? Okay, Simba wants to come out. Look at Splash sleeping with the spider. Oh my gosh. Look at that. Look at that. Splash is sleeping with the spider. I think he's in love with the spider. Oh my god, that is so cute. Splash is sleeping with the spider. And the spider's a wand toy, so look at the string. You see the string? The string goes all the way up to the shelf, and the wand is on the shelf. So the wand is on the shelf, and the string is all stretched out. Like, it is all stretched out down to where Splash is laying with the spider. Look at Splash with the spider. I can't. I just can't. I can't get over this. Like, what is he doing?
Splash is in love with the spider. Splash is in love with the spider. Splash is in love with the spider, with the spider toy.
There's Booey's by the window and he's itching, so I'm gonna go grab the flea comb and I'm just gonna comb him and see if I get anything off of him. I'm wondering if he's getting fleas through the window. I have to run out and check on something at my office, and then I have to come back, but that should only take me less than an hour. But I'm gonna comb him right now, see if I get anything. Look at Splash. Okay, Boo, come on, we're gonna comb you. Come on. I just combed Boo really good, and I felt like I was totally like digging into his neck. Like I was afraid I was gonna start hurting him, but I got nothing off of him, so hopefully he's clean of fleas right now. Okay, Boo? Splash. Yeah, I'm gonna comb you. Come on. We're gonna comb Splash. Go sit with your little spider friend. Go sit with your spider friend, Splashy, okay? It is 8:10 p.m. and look who's at the back door. Look, I heard someone howling. I thought someone was howling at, someone inside. I thought some of the cats were howling at Stella or Simba, but no, look. Look who's here. Hello. What's your name? Hello, little boy, little girl. You look like a little boy. You little boy? I had to put a new battery in the camera, so here's the little cat. It looks like it's relatively young. It looks small. I always said I'm not going to feed any cats unless they come looking for food. I don't know if this cat's looking for food, but it looks like it wants to communicate with me, by the way. It's been like motioning. I don't want to scare it. I'm just trying to make myself comfortable here. Hello. Hello. How are you? It might smell the scallops that I have cooking. So I have scallops in the Hot Logic. It might smell the fish. Hello, you hungry? You hungry? Hello, little baby. Hello. I have the door open a few inches. Are you okay? You okay? You okay? It's pretty brave. Now don't forget, if my neighbor down the street is feeding this cat, if potentially both of the neighbors are feeding this cat, then it's not going to be completely afraid of people. Look at this. It's rubbing on the chair. Here's Eva and Richard. I'm very tempted to put food out for that cat because it looks very thin. I have to remind myself it's summertime and cats get thin in the summer. If I put food out for that cat, then it's going to want food every day for both meals. And then that's going to be a lot of responsibility on top of 11 inside cats. Because it's one thing if I'm home and I put food out, but then if I'm not home and if I'm going to be gone for a few days, I mean, you could always go down the street to the neighbors, but I feel like once you start feeding a cat, you have to just kind of maintain that. I don't want to go through the whole thing of putting an automatic feeder outside and having to be concerned with all that kind of stuff. There it is on the side of the house near the catnip plants. Those are my blueberry bushes, but there's also some catnip growing in there. So I think it's eating some of the catnip. So I I have half of a can of Friskies. I don't know, it's like cuts and gravy or something. It's not something I normally feed the cats, which is why I have it. And I'm just gonna put it out and see if the cat eats it. The last time I put a bowl of meat out, the cat did not eat it. A possum ended up eating it. So I'm gonna go grab a camera, point the camera at this. We'll see what happens. Here's Stella. I think she smells the scallops too. She never does this. Look at her. She's like, I smell something. You'll eat soon, Stella, okay? She's looking at the scallops. They're in the Hot Logic right up there. I just realized she probably smelled the open can of Friskies. So I just gave her like a quarter of the can. There's a half a can left, so I gave her a quarter of the can. I figured Boo had... Richard just ambushed Simba in the dining room. Richard knows he did something wrong because he's all puffed up. He looks like a raccoon. There's the food, and there's a camera pointed at it. And the cat has not come to eat the food, which is potentially a good sign, because if the cat's not hungry, it's not going to eat the food. It hasn't even come by to sniff it or anything, but it's there if it should want it. This is like a test. Stella's really enjoying that because, like, she never eats that, ever. Like, I don't feed that to the cat, so this is definitely something very special for her. See all these AstroTurf doormats? I got these at Daiso. When I was on the way home, I decided to stop in there, see if they had any of the supplies I use when I'm dealing with fleas, and I was very surprised to see these there. I don't use these for fleas. What I use these for is to catch litter near the litter boxes. So when the cats step out of the litter boxes, they don't track litter all over the room because they step onto these AstroTurf mats, and it helps to trap the litter. And then I just vacuum these, and it helps keep things clean. Another thing that I bought was 2 of these little bowls and strainers. So it's a little bowl with a strainer inside, and what I do is I fill this with water with some dish soap, and then when I grab fleas off of the flea comb in like a piece of toilet paper, I drown them in this. And then when I need to clean this up, I just strain out all of the little pieces of paper with the fleas, and I dump that in a garbage bag and throw it out. Then I dump out the water, wash the bowls, and we're set for the next day. So I was happy to see these there. I got one of these for upstairs and one of these for downstairs. So these are the Friskies meaty bits, and I don't feed these to the cats because they have wheat in them and they have soy in them, and I try to avoid wheat, corn, and soy in any of the food that I feed to the cats. I also try to avoid any other higher carb ingredients like rice or oats or potatoes. Although Friskies pate does have rice in it, but it's still relatively low carb as far as cat food goes. I think their Friskies pate only has about 10% carbs in it, which is like borderline between low carb and high carb for cat food. This is much higher carb, which is why they never get it. So this is a real treat for Stella. It is almost 9 p.m. and the food is still on the plate outside, so Skinny Tabby did not go and eat it. Here are the scallops, nicely cooked. The cats are each getting 1 scallop, and this is kind of like an appetizer for them. And what I'm doing is I'm cutting up each scallop so they have nice pieces. It's just going to be easier for them to eat it this way. The pieces are still large enough to give them something nice to chew on, but they do better when it's cut up versus just giving them a whole scallop. Everyone's eating their scallops. Simba's really enjoying it. He's kind of growling a little bit. If any of the OG4 are not going to like the scallops, it would be Stella because she's not the biggest fan of fish. But this is definitely a treat for them. So all the cats are going to get 1 scallop, even the lucky 7. And I'll probably have a few left. And what I'll do is I'll just save those for after dinner. If the OG4 want a little snack, then I'll split the scallops between them. I think I might only have like 2 scallops left over. I had one also. I had to taste it, make sure they were good. And they are delicious. So everyone up here finished their scallop starter, and this is what I have for downstairs. I'm bringing these 7 down. I have 2 small scallops left after this, so the cats can get those later after they eat their dinner if they're still hungry. Sammy decided she needs to go for a run before dinner. I just give everyone some scallops. Some of the cats are like, what is this? Goldie's sniffing it. She's checking it out. Ziggy has just dove right in. Richard doesn't know what's going on. Ringo sniffed at it, walked away. Little Eva's enjoying it. Nancy stuck her nose up. I don't think Nancy wants it. So whoever wants it can eat it. Ziggy and Eva are really enjoying themselves. Ziggy is so much like Simba, like she loves fish. She loves hunting bugs. Oh, little Eva moved on to her second plate. She didn't finish her first plate, but now she's moving on to her second plate. There are really good expensive scallops on these plates. Come on, guys, come and eat. Come and eat, guys. So I got 14 large scallops for $27. These are really expensive. So that means, I mean, they're almost $2 a scallop, which is crazy if you think about that. I'm keeping an eye on Ziggy and Eva because I don't want them gorging on these scallops. I'll let them each eat 2 plates of scallops, which is like 2 scallops each. But then, like, that's it. I'm going to have to take the other plates up. You want to run, Sammy? Okay, you want to run? Come on. Want me to run you? So I picked the 3 plates up that have not been eaten. Nancy's like, where's my real food? Nancy, your tail's in the water. Nancy, your tail's in the water. Nancy, your tail's in the water, Nancy. Nancy. Nancy, your tail's in the water. What are you putting your tail in the water for? Now it's all wet. You guys enjoyed that? You enjoyed your scallop party? Be nice to each other. Meanwhile, upstairs, everyone has licked their plates clean. So the rest of their dinner is some homemade beef cat food. I'm going to prepare that for them now. It is 10 p.m. I just came upstairs. Here's Boo, and there are 2 clean dinner plates. That's Stella's plate from before. So they enjoyed their beef also. I think Boo might want a few crunchies on his. And here are Stella and Splash's plate, and I know Splash ate. I don't know if Stella ate. There's Stella, because remember, Stella had some Friskies before, and she also had her scallops. So I don't know if she ate some of the raw food, but the plates are empty. So today's dinner party was a very big hit with the cats. I should also mention that I turned the air conditioning on, I don't know, maybe like an hour ago for the dehumidifier properties of it. This is the temperature and humidity sensor. Right now it's at 76 degrees with 42% humidity. It was at 49% humidity when I turned the AC on. Right now, it just went up to 43, probably because I'm holding this. But yeah, so the air conditioning is definitely bringing the humidity down, which is good. I'll probably leave it on for a little while longer and then shut it off before I go to bed. Stella got her crunchy feeder. It's a little bit after 10 p.m. right now. She hasn't had this in about 6 months, just like Boo. She totally remembers how to use hers. She's pressing the button. There's supposed to be crunchies coming out. Oh yeah. Do you see all the crunchies on the other side? Stella, the crunchies are coming out the other side over there. No, but they're not coming out. Look. She's holding the button because nothing's coming out. Look. She's holding the button. She's like, nothing's coming out. Splash usually shares it with Stella. That's why he's here. Is it coming out, Stella? It's not coming out. It's stuck. These crunchies, they get stuck probably because they're too big. All right, let me fix it for you, Stella. I just fixed it for her, but she's insulted. She said, how dare you give me my crunchy feeder when it doesn't work? Stella, it works. Stella, look. See? See, it works again. You can use it now. Look at Splash. Splash is like, if you're not going to eat them, I'll eat them. Watch out, Splash. Watch out. Stella might get mad at you for eating her crunchies. Okay. I won't get mad at you, Splash, but Stella might get mad at you. You have my permission, Splash. You could eat the crunchies. Okay? You could eat the crunchies. If Stella lets you, you can eat them. Okay? Stella just might be full because, you know, she had a big dinner. She had her Friskies, then she had a scallop, then she had the beef. So I don't mind if she doesn't eat the crunchies. Splash might eat them though. His back is all healed. I don't feel any issues. No scabs, no lumps, nothing like that. So good boy, Splash. You did good. You did good, Splash. Okay. I have to go clean up the kitchen and then I want to go to bed. I am so tired. I thought today was going to be a relaxing day and it was definitely not a relaxing day. Once I found the fleas, then all of a sudden I had a whole bunch of things to do that I didn't plan on doing. Okay. I might flea comb the Lucky 7 once more tonight before I go to bed. But I think these guys will be okay. If anyone jumps on my bed tonight, though, I'm going to flea comb them. And I didn't find anything else on Boo when I flea combed him before dinner. Okay, Splash. Here's Splash. I gotta go clean the kitchen, okay? Because it's already after 10 and I'm tired. I want to go to bed. I want to get to bed at a decent hour. I'd like to get to bed before 11, Splash, okay? Splash wants a ton of pets today. You can eat it, Splash. Oh, you want more pets? He's like, I want more pets. Okay, good boy, Splash. You're a good man, Splash. You're a good man, Splash. Good man. Do you like your spider friend? You like your new spider friend? It is 10:20 p.m. and here's Stella. She looks so tired. And here's Splash. And I just checked the security camera footage from outside. And the skinny tabby came and ate the food on the plate at around 9:45 p.m. And he was eating for about 5 minutes. So he definitely enjoyed his meal. I think it's a boy. From some of the footage, I kind of get half of a view of his hind end. To me, it looks like a boy, but I don't know, I could be wrong. The OG4 each got another half of a scallop. And all of a sudden, Stella's wide awake. She's like, I'll eat that. Boo was on my bed, so I gave him his on my bed. I don't know if he ate it there. Oh yeah, he finished the scallop. I gave it to them on their dinner plate, so there's still a little of the beef food. It's almost midnight. I'm finally going to bed, and look at what's going on here. There's Stella and Boo, totally conked out from their birthday celebration and Father's Day. These are two very happy cats. And they're not really leaving me much room to sleep. Guys, where am I going to sleep? It's 7:15 a.m. and here's Boo. Good morning, Boo. Boo got flea combed so much this morning, like I thought he was going to go bald. But I didn't find any fleas on him. He's been itching a little bit, so every time he itches, I grab the flea comb and I'm like, what, do you got a flea? But maybe it's just like bites from the flea that he had. Boo is so sensitive that one little flea could cause him lots and lots of distress. Right, Boo? It is 8:35 a.m. and here's Boo. He's on the bed. He's in timeout right now in this room. I have the door shut. He's in here alone because he just got into a very bad fight with Simba here on the bed. It was like one of those slapping fights where, you know, the cats slap at each other, except they didn't break it up when I told them to break it up. They just kept going. And Boo's just in a really bad mood. So I was like, okay, well, you can just stay in this room by yourself for a while and chill out and, you know, relax. So I know Boo does not have any fleas right now because I combed him so much this morning. Like I thought he was going to go bald. I was combing him so much. I'm going to go comb Stella and Simba, see if I could comb Splash, and then I got to go do the other cats downstairs. They're going to be getting combed twice a day until I am sure that there are no fleas, or we know the fleas are definitely under control. Right, Boo? Right now, the humidity in this room is 56%, which is too high. And the temperature is 76 degrees. And right now, it is 67 degrees out. So I don't want to put the AC on because I'm very comfortable right now. Like, I don't want to live in a freezing cold house during the summer because I love summer. So I definitely think I'm going to have to find my other dehumidifier and bring it upstairs and start running it up here because we need to keep the humidity below 50. I'm just about to flea comb Stella, and it ends up that this toilet paper that I got at the Dollar Tree is the wrong toilet paper. It ends up that the toilet paper I used last year, which worked really, really good, was the toilet paper from Costco. And I believe that's a 2-ply toilet paper versus this 1-ply. So I have to use like 2 sheets of these instead of just 1 sheet. I don't know why I thought it was this. I guess because the toilet paper I was originally using this year was like much softer and it wasn't cutting correctly. So, yeah, I just want to make a note of that. Stella just got brushed and flea combed. And Simba just got brushed and flea combed, and I really dug into his neck fur to make sure there was nothing there, and they're both clean. It's 8:45 a.m. and the skinny tabby is laying on this patio chair. He's been there a while. Yesterday I put these AstroTurf mats around the house. I put them near the litter boxes that didn't have them. I replaced the torn up one that was down here. Then I put one of these here by the back door, and then one by the front door because I figured the cats would like them. Hey, Nancy. Last night, before I went to bed, Nancy had to go upstairs and inspect everything. I was like, there's nothing going on up here, Nancy. You could go downstairs and go to bed. So then she went back downstairs. Okay, come on. Let's go down, Nancy. We got to get combed. Come on. Hey, good morning, Ziggy. Good morning, Sammy. Run, run, run. Sammy, run. Run, run. Sammy, run. Hello, Nancy. What are you doing, Nancy? You okay, Nancy? You okay? What you doing? We all gotta get flea comb, Nancy. Nancy, we gotta get comb for fleas. You gonna get comb for fleas? Are you, Nancy? Let's get combed. She loves that new little grass mat. You gonna get combed for fleas? Do you have fleas, Nancy? Doing good, Nancy. Doing good. Come on. Want treats? Here. You done? Almost done, Nancy. Almost done. Okay, come here. You look good. Sometimes with Nancy, it's difficult to tell whether I'm just getting flea dirt off of her or like a very small flea. But she seems to be enjoying it. And I just keep combing until I don't get any more fleas off. Okay, good, Nancy, good.
I don't want any ugly fleas in my house. No, no. I don't want any ugly fleas in my house. No, no. We gotta get them out. 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 I don't want any ugly fleas on my cats. No, no. I don't want any ugly fleas on my cats. No, no, shouldn't be where they're at. 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 I don't want any ugly fleas in my house. No, no. I don't want any ugly fleas in my house. No, no. We gotta get them out. 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 Don't want any ugly fleas in my house. No, no. I don't want any ugly fleas in my house. No, no. We gotta get them out. We gotta get them out. We gotta get them out. We gotta get them out.
This is what I'm left with after flea combing the cats. So these are all of the little sheets of toilet paper that I used to grab anything that looks like a flea on the flea comb. And I dunk it in the water. That way the flea drowns and the toilet paper keeps the flea from jumping out of the water. Because yes, even if you put some dish soap in the water, the fleas can still jump out. Look what I got over the weekend. It's a little pollination wand. So it has like a fake bee at the end. And what you're supposed to do with this is you're supposed to pollinate the flowers on your fruit and vegetable plants. And it's supposed to help increase the yield that you get from them. So I'm going to go outside. I'm going to see if this works. I'm going to give it a try. It's about 11:40 a.m. and I just tied up the blackberries because they're just growing over the string that I put up the other day. So now there's 2 strings holding these guys up. Look at all of these blackberries. Do you see all the berries this year? So I'm actually debating whether I put like a netting over this to try to protect these berries. But I think I might do that once they start like ripening. There's more up here. It's 12 p.m. and this is the sprinkler from my little solar fountain in the bird bath up front. I took it out because this shoots the water up too high and it keeps draining all of the water out of the bird bath because anytime the wind blows out of the bird bath. So I know this came with like 5 or 6 different sprinkler attachments. The problem is I don't know where I put them. So I know I kept them. I just don't know where I put them. And that is a problem. That happens when you live in a small house with 11 cats, because things don't always have like a proper place to be put. Like I don't have a specific area for like outside stuff. Like that would be in the garage, but I have so many shelves in my garage. Like I don't even know where I would have put these. So logically, that's where I should look. I should look in the garage for the rest of these sprinklers, but they could be in several places downstairs, like in the storage room. I checked up here and I don't see them like in the kitchen or in my work area, so I have to go looking for these now. I just found them. They were on a shelf in my storage room downstairs after I tore the garage apart looking for them. The one that I had on, I think it was B3. I think it was like really tall, but it could have been B1. I'm not sure, but I want one that's not gonna spray too much water, but they all look like they're gonna spray far. Maybe B6. I mean, right now I have nothing in it, and it is still like a short little fountain. So actually, right now I have B1 on it. These are the little nozzles. So I think I'm gonna try, actually maybe I'll try B4 because it looks like it sprays more to the side than up. I'm gonna try that one. So this is how it looks without anything on the fountain. See how it doesn't really go up much, but at least it keeps the water inside the bird bath. So here's the one that really just sprays the water to the sides, and yeah, all the water is just being sprayed right out of the bird bath again, so this is not gonna work. I've tried 3 of the other fountain nozzles on, and they all have the same problem, that if the wind blows, the water blows outside of the bird bath. I mean, I guess that's a good thing, you know, if you want to water the plants that are around the bird bath. But if you want to keep water in the bird bath, like that's not going to work. I can't believe how tall this one is also. They're all really tall. And it works great when there's no wind blowing. I think this one's taller than the other one. Alright, we'll leave this one in and we'll just see what happens. It is 3:20 p.m. and there's Nancy. She's sleeping on top of the cat tower. And there's Richard. He's in the bottom of the cat tower. How cute is that? It's so cute that these guys use all the levels of this cat tower because the OG4 only is the top of it. So I just got a phone call. And I didn't recognize the number. It said like public service, and I was thinking it was about the air conditioning because I have had, you know, public PSE&G out here. And I pick up the phone, and it was animal control. And when they said that they were calling, I'm thinking to myself, well, what's going on now? You know, something going on in the neighborhood. They were calling me about the 7 kittens that needed to be trapped and neutered. 21 months ago. It took them 21 months to get to me. Almost 2 years to get to me. Can you imagine? I mean, that is so beyond ridiculous. It's crazy. And she was just trying to tell me how they're just so overcrowded and there's just like way too many animals for them to deal with. And I was just letting her talk, and I was thinking to myself, okay, yeah, okay, whatever. I've talked to other people there who have told me like all kinds of other stories, how other people get on the list if they know somebody, and I don't know. So she was wondering if I still needed the services, and I was like, no, I had to have everyone, you know, trapped and neutered on my own. And I mean, can you imagine? Can you imagine if these 7, if the lucky 7 were still living outside, were not trapped, spayed, or neutered? By now, it would be more than 7. It would be like 20 or 30 because I'm sure that they would have had kittens. And of course, a good amount of them probably would have gone missing because of all the cats that have gone missing over the past year. But I definitely think there would still be more than 7. Because if the 7 were out there, 5 girls and 2 boys, imagine 5 pregnant girl cats for 21 months. They probably maybe would have had at least 2 litters each. Maybe, okay, let's just say 1 litter each. And if they each would have had, let's just say 3 cats per litter, 3 kittens per litter. Now someone's at the door. Okay, I don't know who was at the door. It was some kind of sales guy. I hate when they do that because then it kind of scares the cats, right? Simba, you guys are not scared in here. Boo says, we're not scared in here. But what I was saying is, okay, let's imagine the 5 girl kittens were still living outside. And let's say they each had a litter. They had 3 cats. That's another 15 cats. That's 15 plus 7, which is 22. And let's say half of them went missing. That's 11 cats. That's 11 cats. There's still more than 7. Now, let's say they had 2 litters each. And let's say they each had 3 kittens per litter, 2 litters each. That is 30 more cats. 30 plus 7 is 37. So, you know, animal control is telling me they got all these problems. Well, guess what? They're causing their own problems. Somebody needs to get in there and really just restructure the entire management of it. Like I had to do with that board of directors situation for the other organization that I was involved with. This is a problem that we have in New Jersey. There's so much mismanagement and corruption like everywhere. It just needs someone to come in and clean things up. That's it. Right, Boo? Right, Boo? Right, Boo? They gotta clean up their mess and they gotta get with it. Right, Boo? Because they know they have a problem. They've known they've had a problem for years, but yet they're not doing anything different to try to change the situation or solve the problem. And if you never do things differently, if you just keep doing things the same, you're always going to have your same problems. The only way to change things is to make changes. And they're not making any changes. So they're going to be stuck with their same problems forever. It's 9:05 a.m. Here's Boo. It's his tail. And there's Stella. And I just put some toys on for them. And we are having a heat wave for the next few days. Right, Boo? Right now, it's about 75 degrees, but it's also about 9 a.m. It's supposed to get up into the 90s and stay there for a little while. So I am trying to get ready for my day. I'm having a little bit of a late start because I was up way too late last night. I ended up going out for a little while, and then I didn't get back until like 11 p.m. And then by the time I cleaned stuff up, gave the cats a snack, and finally fell asleep. It was about 1 o'clock in the morning, so yeah, I need to catch up with things today. I keep saying that I want to get on an earlier schedule, but it's just so hard for that to happen. I am definitely going to make more of an effort to do that. I have to go downstairs, check on the cats. No one has been flea combed yet this morning, but I have to get ready for my day, then I'll get the cats ready for their day. Good morning, Nancy. Good morning, Goldie. Good morning, Sammy. How you doing, Nancy? Hey, Sammy. Hey, Goldie. How are you? Sometimes Goldie lets me touch her. I have to sneak my pets in. See, she doesn't like the hand, but I'm trying to sneak pets in whenever I can. Pet Sammy. And I pet her back. I pet Goldie's back really quickly. Good morning, Richard. It's really quiet down here because the dehumidifier is full. I have to empty it. Hello, little Eva. The humidity down here is 45%, so at least it's not above 50. Who's up there? Oh, that's Ziggy. Yeah, I should know. That's like one of Ziggy's favorite spots. So yesterday I was in Target. Target's open late till like around 11 around here. And I was looking for something to put on this wall because I measured it yesterday. It's about 31 inches wide. And then there's like around 48 inches from the window to the daybed down here. And they had a rug. It was like a white shaggy rug that would have almost been a perfect fit, and I was going to buy it. The reason I didn't buy it is because of the fleas, because it was a really kind of deep pile on the rug. It was like a area rug. And I was like, I'm never going to get fleas out of that rug. If fleas go in that rug, it's going to be just too hard to get them out. This rug down here is like a very low pile. It's almost like an indoor-outdoor carpet. So when I vacuum it, you know, it's just easier to get anything that's in the rug out of the rug. Look at little Eva. She still wants to sleep. But I figured with the deeper rug, I was like, that's not going to work. But I think putting a rug like on the ledge, I would basically attach it to the ledge and then down the wall. I think that would help because there's a lot of scratches on the wall, and then up on that ledge, there's a ton of scratches on that ledge because, you know, when they jump up there, their claws, you know, dig into the ledge. It, you know, the whole thing needs to be like respackled and everything, but I'm like, they're just going to continue to do it. So that's what I would like to do. I would like to put like some form of carpet on there, or maybe I could get, I mean, I don't know. I could put maybe some like plywood or something, some kind of wood, maybe paint it to match the wall, but I don't know what color the wall is. I'm just thinking out loud right now. I just found my box of Capstar that I had from last fall, and there are 4 tablets left in here. So maybe I'll try to give one to Goldie, Eva, and Ringo, because if all the cats that I'm brushing have fleas, they probably have fleas also, so maybe this would help. Last fall, they got this about once a week, and if I have to do that, I'll do that. I mean, I don't like giving cats medications, but I've, you know, looked into research with this. It is safe for cats, even though Nancy had like that horrible reaction to it. So I guess it just depends on the cats, and those 3 really didn't really have any negative effects from it. I do have to make sure that Nancy doesn't have it though. It's 9:51 a.m. and here's Stella. She's not too happy because the landscapers just showed up. They're making a lot of noise, so I just went around the house and I shut all the windows because the windows were open, the air is still cool outside. Here's Boo, not very happy either. Let me show you what I got at Marshall's yesterday. So they had these handbags there, and it's all white, which is perfect for flea season because I could see any little speck that is on this. Really happy. It's nylon, it's lightweight. I hope it lasts. Sometimes you get a bag like this and the seams might start coming out after a few months, but sometimes you get one and it lasts for years and years and years. So I'm hoping this is a good one. It's a little bit small. Like I have to kind of consolidate what I am going to carry in it. Right now I don't even have a water bottle in it, but I don't often see white nylon purses like this. I think it's perfect for the summer. What I love about these is that they're really lightweight. I used to carry like nice leather bags, and then one day I realized my bag empty is so heavy. Like, why am I carrying such a heavy bag when there's nothing even in it? Then when I put my stuff in it, it's even heavier. So that's when I switched to lighter weight bags like nylon or canvas or something like that, and it's worked out really well. And over the weekend, I got this backpack. I saw it at Target. I think it was like $35, which isn't bad because the last backpack that I've been using was all black. You can't see any fleas in an all black backpack. And I've had it for probably like 10 years. So I'm hoping this lasts just as long. And it has a lot of compartments, but I got it because it's pretty much white. I mean, it's a little bit of an off-white color, but I'll be able to see any little speck that's on it. And it actually kind of now matches the purse that I just got, so that's really cool. It's 11:05 a.m. Here's Sammy. She's already on top of the cat tower. The windows are shut because I already put the air conditioning on because it's already hot. And let me tell you what happened with their breakfast. So I had 4 Capstar tablets. I figured I'm going to give one to Eva, one to Ringo, and one to Goldie. So I gave all of the cats just a little bit of some Friskies because I figure, well, they like that food. And it's really stinky, so it would hide the tablet. Here's Simba. So what happened was little Eva ate her food, and I only give them like 1/8 of a 5.5 ounce can, just like a little appetizer portion, because I want to make sure that they eat the tablet. So little Eva ate all the food and spit out the tablet. So I was like, okay, this is not good. Goldie ate all the food, but she left the tablet. Like, she ate around any food that was near the tablet. Ringo would not even go near the food. Ringo's like, no, I'm not eating this. So I took the tablet that Eva spit out. I put it in another portion of food. She eventually ate that. Could not get the tablet into Goldie no matter what I added to the food, and Ringo would not go near the food. Like, he's just too smart. He's like, I know what you're doing. So right now I have 2 plates of uneaten food downstairs with tablets in them, and Eva's the only one that had the Capstar. So I don't know what I'm going to do, because Capstar is what I used on the cats that I could not comb last year. It's 11:21 a.m. and this is Sammy. I don't know why she does this, but she loves laying underneath, like, whatever bedding is kind of hanging to the ground. In this case, it's the bed skirt and also like the duvet cover that I put on the bed for the cats. She just loves laying here, and sometimes I don't realize she's there. And I might be vacuuming or something, and then she'll like meow and run out. But right now she's very happy. There's Ziggy. There's Richard, and the Lucky Seven have really kind of taken over this room during the day. I mean, which is fine if they want to do that. Simba's in the dining room with Splash right now. They're relaxing there. Stella and Boo are in Boo's room, and I have the door shut because I do have to run out for a little while. I have to go outside and water everything that I can before it gets super hot. It's 11:55 a.m. I just finished watering plants outside. There's Ringo and Goldie. And Nancy's walking around. Look at Nancy. She's so funny. She's been playing with the Halloween catnip toy. And also this electronic toy at the same time. The toy just stopped. But it'll go back on if she touches it. Want me to put it back on, Nancy? Want the toy on? Hello, Nancy. This is why I was filming from across the room, because I knew if I came near her, she'd want to get up and get pets. I'm just about to leave. I'm just gathering my stuff together. I hope to make it quick because I don't want anyone taking my parking spot in front of my house today because it's in shade underneath the tree. And yesterday someone took my spot. But today, that same person is parked in front of me. But I think I should get priority. Nancy ran in here looking for trouble. This is what happens if I try to be nice to her and give her pets. She thinks it's an invitation to go attack somebody else. You don't need to be in here, Nancy. You got other rooms to be in. Leave them alone. Go play with your toys. Nancy, you're going to be nice to all the cats, right, Nancy? Nancy, you're going to be gentle, right? You're going to be gentle. You are gentle. You're a gentle girl, right? You're gentle, Nancy. You're a nice, gentle girl. Are you a gentle woman? Are you a gentle woman? I'm just about to leave. I walked into my room and I saw this. This is my weekend bag. It's like, I don't know what you call them. Like a duffel bag. And Sammy's sitting in it. It's not completely empty. I still have some things in it from the other day. And my closet is open about 8 inches, so I guess they've been in and out of the closet. For some reason, the Lucky 7 love looking in the closet. Okay, so she was actually sitting on the outside of it. I have to clean that up later. These are some shelves that I got at Target yesterday. It is 4 shelves. The brand is Bright Room. It says heavy duty 4-tier shelf. Extra sturdy design stands up to the toughest storage challenges. They only had black. If they had white, I would have gotten white. And it says assembly required 55 3/4 inches high, 30 inches wide, and 13 7/8 inches deep. So when I saw the size of these, I thought that maybe they would work for a bunk bed for the cats. Because when I measured what I needed around 53 inches high. So these are about 3 inches higher than I measured. 30 inches wide would fit next to the cat tower I already have. And then about 14 inches deep should fit also. So these were $35, which I thought was a good price. So I'm going to put these together now. Let's see if they will fit next to the cat tower in my room. They're probably going to look stupid there, but I just want to see if the cats will use them as like a bunk bed. And what I'm thinking is if the cats do use this, then maybe I could get some kind of, I don't know, like some carpeting or some kind of sticky fabric or something to put onto it and make it look more like a cat tower or a bunk bed for cats. Right now, I just want to see how it looks and if they'll actually use it. The instructions say that there are no tools needed. You basically just take these pieces and you put them in the holes on the shelves and it's supposed to work, but I think I definitely need like a rubber mallet or something because they're just not really going in. So I'm going to go find mine. So here's what we have with the shelves by the cat tower. It actually doesn't look as bad as I thought it would look because the shelves are remarkably similar in height to the cat tower. Like the top of the shelves are the same height as the top of the cat tower. I don't know if you could see that. It looks a little bit different because like the shelves are black, but it's pretty much the same height. And then like if you look at the second level here, it's like the same height as the shelf. I mean, it's a little bit different. And then even the third level is pretty much the same. So because the black shelves are plastic and they're relatively lightweight, I definitely need to put something on the bottom to keep them there, like to keep them from tipping over. This is what the bottom looks like. So there's like the bottom shelf down here. And I just need to figure out what I want to put there. I do have a litter box in here. I mean, the litter boxes are pretty heavy when they're full of litter, so maybe I'd put the litter box down there. And I'm going to put some of their like blankets and stuff on the shelves. Is Sammy going to go on it and check it out? It should hold them. I think it says it holds like 75 pounds per shelf or something like that. And for the posts, I mean, I could put something on them to make them like cat scratchers. I don't know. I have to like look into what my options are. I don't want to get crazy and like have to like glue stuff on and wrap everything with rope. I mean, I probably could wrap those with rope, but you know, that's a big job. So we're just going to see for now, like how the cats like it. The one issue that I am noticing is because it is plastic, it is like off-gassing some like chemical type smells right now, but that should dissipate. And obviously it would be nice if it was like some kind of lightweight wood instead, but it is what it is. So the litter box that I keep in this room is actually a perfect fit for that bottom shelf. I mean, it gives the cats room, like they could walk in through here and then still go in the litter box. And I just have it in this room as like an extra in case someone's in here with the door shut. Then they could use it. They don't use this litter box that often, but it is here just in case. That would work by putting it there. The litter box is pretty heavy. I put the grass mat underneath the litter box and it fits pretty well. I'm debating whether I should like move it just over here, like underneath the shelf area. I think I'll just keep it like this for now and see what happens. I went downstairs, I grabbed some cat blankets. So we have a white fleece one here. Fits really well. And then we have this one that Sharon made for the cats. It's like patriotic paws. Perfect for this time of year. Then I grabbed this quilt with a light colored design for the top. So that's what it looks like. It definitely reminds me of a bunk bed for cats. And we'll see if they use it. I already caught Ziggy and Ringo checking out the litter box on the bottom. And yeah, we'll see what happens. Hopefully they're not gonna like knock this thing over or anything. Hopefully the litter box is heavy enough to keep it stable. If not, oh, someone's in the litter box. Who is that? Ringo and Goldie. They're checking it out. Yeah, he's going in the litter box. Maybe I'll put a security camera on and just to see like if anyone uses this. It actually doesn't look as bad as I thought it would, and I don't know, maybe if I get some kind of contact paper, maybe like some wood-toned contact paper or something that I could put on the plastic shelving to make it look nicer, and you know, maybe I could figure something out for those posts that go up and down. I know I was looking at something on Amazon yesterday that's like a self-adhesive scratching material for cats. So maybe something like that would work. I don't know, it's going to be an experiment. You know, first things first, let's just see if they use it. And if they do use it, then we can beautify it. We also have to remember that the windows are shut today because the air conditioning is on. When it cools down and I open the window, then the open window will definitely attract more cats, and we'll see who uses this. But, I mean, these shelves are big enough that 2 cats can comfortably fit on each shelf. I mean, 1 cat if they want to like really stretch out. So if like 1 cat used each shelf and then 1 cat used each area of the cat tower, that's 6 cats. I just picked up Sammy and I put her on the shelf so she could check it out, because the cats are kind of afraid of it. I don't want to rub it with catnip or anything. I put a few treats on the top shelf to get her to go on there. She's the brave one. So I have been looking at options that attach to the wall, like maybe putting some cat hammocks on the wall or a cat shelf on the wall. But the reason why I don't want to do that is because these are not like regular drywalls in this house. They have like a plaster coating on them, and it's just really hard to like hang stuff on the walls and put stuff on the walls. It tends to be much more difficult than just putting screws in drywall. I just put 2 treats on each shelf. So she was able to jump from the bed to this shelf without any problem. Like, it didn't even move. So that's good. But she's also the lightest cat. You know, Sammy's only around 9 pounds. Now, how's she going to get up to the next level? How are you going to... Well, I guess she could always come back to the bed and then jump from the bed. Or is she going to jump from the ground? Or she's just not even going to try. Oh, she's going to go in the litter box. It's almost 5 o'clock. I just came in the room and the quilt on the top shelf was like half off the shelf. So I put one of those AstroTurf floor mats on top because it has more of like a rubbery background. So we'll see how that does up there. I also opened the window. So I turned the AC off. It's still super hot out. But I opened the window. I want to see if that attracts multiple cats up there. Look, there goes Sammy. So we'll see. I know there's some cats under the bed right now because when I walked in the room, they got scared like they were doing something wrong by being on that shelf, which they're not. So maybe if I leave the room, they'll come back out after a while. Just want to see what happens with the AstroTurf on top. I mean, I could always go buy more of those because I just bought some like 2 days ago. There's Ziggy. Okay, she's gonna relax there. Sammy's on top. All right, I'm gonna go finish what I was doing, and I'll come back here in a little while and see what's going on here. It's 5:30 p.m. So there's Ziggy. She made herself comfortable on one of the new bunk beds, and Sammy's on top of the cat tower near the open window. And there's Goldie. Goldie's on the bed. Where's Ziggy going? Oh, Goldie's laying on the quilt. So that's the quilt that was on the top of the shelves. Do you think I could pet Goldie right now? Want some pets? Goldie, you want pets? Some pets? No pet? No pet? All right. Oh, Ziggy's on the bottom of the cat tower. Okay, I'll leave. I'll leave, Goldie. You go back. It's 7 p.m. I wanted to show you what's going on here, but the cats have moved. So Sammy was where she was on top, and Goldie was here, Ringo's here, Ziggy's there. So there were 4 cats on the shelves and the cat tower, and Richard's on the bed. So that's a total of 5 out of the lucky 7 that were hanging out in the room. Look at Ringo. He's so happy there. Hey, Ringo. Ringo says he approves of the new shelves. Ziggy and Goldie are there too. And the window's still open. It's still cool in the house. So my neighbor rang my doorbell, I don't know, maybe like an hour ago. And it ends up that there was a crime committed just like across the street. And it happened earlier today. And she wanted to know if maybe any of my security cameras caught something. So I had to check all the footage, and I found 2 videos that are of interest, which I sent to her. But what happened was that she and her husband bought a new phone at Target. And it was getting delivered today by FedEx. And when FedEx arrived, 2 guys showed up. And one guy stole it from the truck, and the other guy pretended he was the homeowner. And it was kind of like one guy pretending to be the homeowner would distract the driver, and the other guy would steal it out of the truck. And she showed me the video footage from her doorbell where you could see what happened. And I told her that I noticed a suspicious car parked by the woods today. It was just like sitting there, and it was all very dark tinted windows. And I told her, I remember, seeing it there and thinking, like, what is it doing there? But because it's such a hot day, I thought, well, maybe someone's just relaxing in the shade while they're waiting for somebody. But I really didn't think anything of it. And it ends up that that was the car that committed the crime of stealing the phone from FedEx. So I'm really kind of pissed at myself that I didn't think to write the license plate down because I should have done that. And the next time I see any kind of suspicious cars around here, I'm definitely going to try to get a license plate number. And I should have done that because that car kept leaving and coming back and leaving and coming back, and just, it was just very odd. So it's another reason why you always want to keep an eye on like what's going on outside of your house. And so that was some drama today. So here we have 4 cats by the windows. They all look very happy. And there's still room for more on the 2 other shelves. These shelves are actually the perfect size for cats, because Ringo's like the biggest of the bunch, and he's Very comfortable on that shelf. Oh, and I did place an order for some contact paper that looks like wood. I figure I could put that around the shelves. And then I ordered the cat scratching fabric. And I figure I'll put that on like the vertical posts of the shelving unit. Both are due here in about 2 days. So I think maybe it'll look more like a cat tower or cat beds if I do that. I've been eating some of these rice crackers with seaweed. I get them at the local Japanese store. And Simba always bothers me when I eat these, and I realized today I should give him one. They're really just a rice cracker with some seaweed wrapped around it. So let's see if he'll eat it. You want it, Simba? You gonna eat it? It's not a meaty stick. You want it? It's crunchy. Want me to put it on the floor for you? If there's noise in the background, it's the air conditioning, it's on. No one's gonna get it from you. You can just eat it if you want it, Simba. He realized that 3 cats were staring at him. So he gave it to him over here. This is where he was when he was bothering me for one. The seaweed on the outside is all wet from him licking it. I don't know if he's going to eat it. He's probably not going to like the rice cracker. You want it on the floor? You want it down there? Here. It's all sticky. Simba, it's there if you want to eat it, okay? Maybe he just wanted to lick the seaweed. Okay, good? You don't want it? Okay. It's there if you want it, Simba. It's 10:45 a.m. Here's Nancy. She's eating a few Crunchies. Here's Boo. He's finishing his breakfast here in the living room. So we've been having a lot of drama here since yesterday afternoon. So yesterday afternoon, the central air stopped cooling the house. Like, it was not lowering the temperature at all. It was bearable. It was like around 81 inside, but like I knew the AC was not working. So then I went outside to check on it, and it was making that crazy screeching noise that it had made in the past, like right before like it stopped working a few weeks ago. So I came inside and I shut it off. Then I went back outside, and it was making a loud hissing noise for quite a while. And I was like, okay, that is definitely not good. It sounds like the system's like letting out pressure, or that could be the Freon leaking out of it. So, definitely not good. So I shut it off. And later that night, I decided that, we have this heat wave. It's going to be in the 90s for like the next 5 days. Like, how am I going to cool this house down if the AC is not working? Now, if I go downstairs, it is a little bit cooler downstairs than it is up here. But, with 11 cats, I want to make sure that it's not 95 degrees inside the house. I want to make sure that it's at least a little bit cooler. So what I decided to do was go to Lowe's. And I got this window air conditioner for around $200. And it's not terribly powerful. Like, it should not be powerful enough to cool the entire upstairs here, like the entire house. But it should be cool enough to at least keep this room relatively cool. Maybe like the hallway or some of the other rooms a little bit cooler. So fingers crossed that it works. I installed it in the window this morning, and I mean, I don't know. It's been so long since I had a window AC unit. The last time I had one was when I was living in Manhattan. All Manhattan apartments are really small, and so it did a good job. It was probably around this size. So I haven't put this on yet to test it out, because what happened was I put the central air on this morning to see, is it going to work or is it not going to work? And it worked again. Like, it brought the temperature inside the house down to what the thermostat said. So I was like, I am just going to leave the AC on its thermostat schedule, which is basically to maintain 78 degrees in the house. If it does that, great. If it doesn't do it, then I'll resort to putting the window unit on. But if the central air will maintain temperature by being like on the thermostat and not being like shut off and then put back on and stuff like that, like, I don't want to mess that up. So we're just going to see if that will work. But at least I do have this as a backup, and I also scheduled 3 more appointments for estimates. So we have an estimate tomorrow afternoon, we have an estimate around noon the following day, and then 2 days after that, we have an estimate. So that'll bring the total up to 6 estimates, and I think I'll have a really good idea of what the going market rate is for replacing a whole HVAC unit. Here's Nancy. I was hoping to be able to wait until September or October before having to change out this unit, just because it would just be a better experience if it's not super hot out and it's not like their busy season. But after what happened yesterday, I don't know if I'm going to be able to wait, because like, I just don't want to have to deal with it and concern myself about the issues over the entire summer. Simba is on top of the armoire today. It'll be interesting to see what happens. Is he going to stay there? There's Ziggy. She's already on top of the cat tower. All the windows are shut today because of the AC issue. So it's relatively comfortable in the house right now. Like, it's not super cold, not super hot. It just feels comfortable. It's 78 degrees, so I am happy with that. It's 11:40 a.m. and now we have 3 cats on the top bunks. That's Ziggy on the left, Ringo in the middle, and Simba's still on the armoire. I'm happy that they're happy with the new bunk bed, and my decorations for it should be arriving today, I think. The contact paper and then the scratching fabric. I just realized that's not Ringo. Ringo's in the living room. That's Richard. Ziggy wanted to get down. I don't know how she's going to do it. I wanted to see. I mean, she obviously could take a flying leap onto the bed. She's looking at her options right now. There she goes. Leap, jump. It's 11:30 a.m. and the little baby's across the street. Look how tiny. I can't zoom in any farther. There's the baby. There's the mama. I guess there's only one baby this year. Last year there were like 3 babies. Look how cute. Look how little. A little baby deer. I was outside watering the plants that I have on my front steps, and the deer have definitely been munching on them. They're supposed to be deer resistant. That's why I have them. But the front halves have been eaten. The deer eat the flowers off of them. They also eat the hostas that are in the front. They don't like lavender, which is why they haven't been touching the giant lavender plant that's growing near my bird bath. Okay, there they go. Look at Boo. I don't know what he's doing today, but he's just hanging out here on the play rug in the living room. There's a vacuum. I need to vacuum today. Oh, now he's going to get up. I knew he would get up if I crouched down like this to film him. What are you going to do, Boo? You going to go in your room? You want to go in your room? I finally took the blankets off of Boo's day sofa, and then this is like the linen sheet that I had on it. And I put the pillowcases in the laundry, so everything's nice and cool in here. Come on, Boo. Boo just came in his room. And I just flea combed him again because he was itching. But I didn't get any fleas off of Boo. I flea combed Stella and Simba today, and I got no fleas off of Stella and Simba. I got no fleas off of Sammy. And I don't know if I got any fleas off of Nancy and Ziggy. If I did, I got 2 fleas off of Ziggy. I remember that. And I don't think I got any off of Nancy. And I got maybe like 4 off of Richard. For some reason, Richard has had more fleas than anyone else. Look at Nancy. She's playing with the catnip toy. It's 12:40 p.m. Let me show you what's going on with this air conditioner. So the cats are really curious about these accordion panels, which just extend to the window frame. And they're not really held there by anything other than these wooden dowels. So like there's nothing on the bottom holding them there, because where they have room for a screw, my windows have nothing that it could be screwed into. So because the cats have been like poking around and I don't want them to like poke it open or poke through it or disrupt anything, what I've done is I've taken some styrofoam insulation. I had this in my garage, and this is the styrofoam insulation that I used to insulate the floor of my greenhouse last fall for the winter. And I had 2 large sheets of it, so what I'm doing is I'm just cutting it into pieces that will fit perfectly on each side of the air conditioner. So there's one here. I'm going to cut another one here. What's happening is it's really tricky to cut this because it's very brittle. It doesn't have a lot of flexibility. So if I don't cut it exact and I try to squish it in, then it breaks. So that's why I'm just trying to be able to cut pieces that fit perfectly. I got the second piece of insulation on the left side, and it looks good. Gives it a nice clean look, blocks out more of the light. It definitely helps to insulate it, and it will definitely seal off any tiny openings. I'm also thinking maybe I need to put a piece along the bottom underneath the air conditioner. I just put another piece on the bottom. It's not a perfect fit. It could be like another inch or inch and a half wider, but we'll just see how this is. I mean, I definitely notice a difference already as far as the amount of noise reduction. With the extra styrofoam insulation on both sides as well as the bottom, I definitely don't hear as much street noise as I did without that. Honestly, I think pieces like that should come with all air conditioners because those accordion flaps are just really, really thin. Like, what are they going to do? It's 1:15 p.m. I just finished vacuuming, and there's Nancy. She's on top of the bunk bed. It's 4:20 p.m. and here's Nancy. She's hanging out over here now. It is nice and cool in the house. I think the fact that their AC is working is kind of like a miracle, considering it was not working yesterday afternoon and yesterday evening. Like, it was not bringing the temperature down at all. And then today it's maintaining whatever's set on the thermostat. So right now I have it at 79. I had it at 78 earlier, but I was freezing. And even at 79, like, I'm really quite cool. So I'm definitely surprised with it, but it's 95 degrees outside. I was just outside for a little while, and I just came back in, and fingers crossed, the AC just continues to work until I can schedule a replacement for the whole system. Here's Ziggy. She's a little upset about the air conditioner in the window because she likes to lay in that window this time of day. Right, Ziggy? Yeah, she likes to see what's going on that side of the yard. Right, Ziggy? So she's not too happy about that. But it's only temporary, Ziggy, okay? Hopefully we'll be able to take it out of the window in a few weeks, okay? I don't know how long it's going to take to replace the HVAC, but I want to make a good decision because it's a very expensive investment, Ziggy, and I don't want to rush into it and make a bad decision. So I want to have enough time to make a good decision. And so if we have an air conditioner in the window, in case the big air conditioner stops working, we at least have a little backup. Okay, Ziggy? There's Ringo. You must have a cool spot right there, because I know where I am right now filming him. I have like a cool breeze from the air conditioning vent that's on the wall behind me, like, 8 feet behind me. So he's probably in the direct path of it. It is 6:55 p.m. and look at what's going on here. Look at this. Look. It's Stella and Nancy. So Stella has been laying in the cat bed on the left pretty much all afternoon. And I don't know, a couple hours ago, I was in the living room and I was like, you know what? I'm just going to relax. I've done a lot of work today. I was up early. I'm just going to lay on the couch and scroll on my phone for a little bit. Well, I ended up taking a short nap. And I woke up and I saw this. Look. There was no fight. There was no hissing, no growling. I didn't hear anything, because if I hear that, I would have woken up. I'm like trained in that respect. Stella and Nancy are hanging out together. I'm so excited. I'm so excited. They're getting along. Isn't that nice? Wouldn't it be nice if Stella and Nancy were friends? Nancy just woke up. She's been looking at Stella. Someone's growling. It's Simba! Simba got up. Simba was on top of the armoire all day. There goes Nancy. Good girl, Nancy. I'm telling Nancy to be a gentle lady. She's a gentle lady, right, Nancy? Here's Boo. Now Boo's growling at her. And he's hissing. That's okay, because, they're just telling her not to mess with them. They're saying, leave me alone. So she could walk by. As long as she doesn't mess with them, they're good. Don't forget, Nancy has a history. It's not like she's Miss Innocent. Okay, she just walked down the hall. It's 11:48 p.m. and look who this is. It's Nancy. She's on top of the bunk bed. I think she's claiming it as her bed. I wonder if she's going to sleep there tonight. She's been there for about a half hour right now. And here's Boo. He's on the bed. Simba was on the bed, but he is now in the dining room with Splash. Stella is in the living room. I don't know if I'm going to get any sleep if Nancy's up there and Boo's in the same room. Oh, Stella's looking. She might come in here. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if Nancy's going to try to stay up here tonight or what. It is now 12 p.m. and I just got ready for bed. And while I was doing that, Nancy jumped down from her bunk bed and she went underneath my bed for a while and she just took herself downstairs. I was in the kitchen getting some water and she came in and Stella was there with me. So I distracted Stella so Nancy had a path to the door to downstairs and Nancy went downstairs. So cats are very, very smart and they love a routine. Right, Boo? It's kind of dark in here. I don't even know if you could even see Boo. It is almost 8 a.m. and here's Stella and Simba. Simba woke me up at about 5 a.m. I was very unhappy about that because he wanted treats. I was so exhausted. I didn't get to bed till after midnight. So I was like, yeah, I can't get up yet. I need more sleep. So eventually I fell back asleep and I woke up a little bit after 7. So I feel pretty good. Last night I put the thermostat on 81, figuring that it would click off because once the temperature outside got below 80, I thought that the cooler air would, come in, circulate, and it would click off. But it didn't do that. So I ended up just turning the thermostat off. And then this morning I woke up and the thermostat still said 81, but I don't feel hot. I think because what happened yesterday was where I was sitting at my dining room table doing work on my computer is right in front of like an air conditioning vent. And I don't think it's good to sit in front of it for long periods of time. I think it just, gave me a chill. And so today I'm going to change that. And I'm not going to sit there when I do my work. I don't want to sit in front of an air conditioning vent. But I'm very happy that the AC worked yesterday. And let's hope that it works again today. Right, Stella? So the heat wave has been extended for the next 3 days. And yeah, we're just taking it one day at a time and seeing how it goes. Here's Boo. I have to put new batteries in that toy. The batteries are dead. Also, Richard was banging on the door this morning. I was like, what is going on? That was right around the same time Simba was bothering me for treats, like around 5 a.m. So I had to get up, and what I did was I opened the back door so the Lucky 7 could look out the back door. I didn't want to let them up because I wanted more sleep, and I know if I let them up, I would not have sleep. So that worked. They were able to look out the back door. If they want to smell some air, they can smell some air through the bottom of the door. We have another air conditioning estimate this afternoon, so I'd like to get a lot of stuff done before then. It's 10 a.m. I have the window AC on today. I put it at 64, which is the coolest setting, and I put the fan on high, and I just want to see how it does. It's been on for maybe 5 minutes now, maybe a little bit longer. It did take a while before the compressor turned on and started cooling the air. When I first put it on, I wasn't really getting any cold air. I was like, it's just moving air. It's just like the fan is on. But then eventually I did hear the compressor inside kick on, and now it is blowing cool air. I do have my central air on right now. The thermostat's at 79 and the central air is working. But I'm curious to see if this will actually bring the temperature down a little bit. Will the thermostat come down a degree or two just by running this AC? So right now it's exactly 10 a.m. I'm going to run it till 10:30 and then let's see what happens. I have a temperature sensor here on this end table and it's bringing it down. Right now it's at 76.8. It was at 77 something just before I turned the AC on. It's been a half hour and this temperature sensor is registering 75.9, so that did come down a little bit. I was just outside doing some work in the yard and it's already almost 90 degrees out, and I did notice that the central air unit did kick on to maintain the 79 degree temperature inside. It has not come down below 79, which is what I have it set to, and that's really what I wanted to test this unit for, to see if it will bring it down. Now I do have the bedroom doors open, and I am curious to see what would happen if I shut the bedroom doors and then just have the air circulating in the living room, dining room, hallway, and kitchen, which I understand is also a lot of space. So I would maybe also like to experiment with closing off some of those doorways, maybe closing off the kitchen, for example. But for now, we'll just see how this test goes. I'm gonna let it run for a full hour until 11 a.m. and let's see what happens. It's been a full hour now, and this temperature sensor says 75.6. The thermostat still says the house is at 79 degrees. Now, I don't have a large house. I have a small house. This upstairs is about 1,000 square feet. So this small little unit is definitely not going to cool the entire upstairs. The room that I have it in now is about 200 square feet, a little bit more than 200 square feet. So it should obviously cool this room down, because this air conditioner is meant for 250 square feet. So if I curtained off this room, then I'm sure we'd see the difference. And I think what I'm gonna do later is see what happens if I shut the bedroom doors and curtain off the kitchen. So that way it's only cooling the living room, the dining room, and the hallway. And let's see if it makes a difference then. And the thermostat's in the hallway. I just turned it off. But at least I know that if I'm in a situation where the central air goes out entirely and I turn this on, then I could at least relax in this room and the heat is not going to be unbearable. It's supposed to be 97 degrees today. So I need to have this as a backup because my central air unit has not been working properly. And the other day, it just stopped pumping cold air. It worked yesterday, surprisingly, and so far it's working today. So this is just going to be kind of like a backup in case it stops working entirely before I can get it replaced. It is 2 p.m. and I have been cleaning and organizing pretty much since I got up this morning, other than feeding the cats. I just scooped all the litter, vacuumed the house, and the appointment for the HVAC estimate is from 2 to 3, so they could arrive anytime now. It is so hot out. I just went outside to take out some garbage. It is like an oven. It's 97 degrees today. It's the hottest day so far. So I'm really happy the central air is still working. It's maintaining 79 inside the house. I tried to put it at 78 a little earlier and I was having a few issues with that. So I put it back at 79 and it seems to be happy there. And 79 is not bad if you're not moving around and doing a bunch of stuff. If you're just sitting and relaxing or working at a desk, it's fine. If you're cleaning and organizing and moving stuff around, it's a little bit hot. I just got the notification that the guy is 10 minutes away. So I hope he gets here, is very professional, assesses the situation, gives me an estimate, and is on his way. I really hope it doesn't take an hour like one of the previous estimates did. It is 2:15 p.m. and I just checked the tracking information on the service truck and it has not moved. It's still 10 minutes away. So I'm like, what's going on with that? Then I realized that the location that it shows on the map is the location of their office, their business. So their business is 10 minutes away. I don't think the guy even left yet. So hopefully once he leaves, then the GPS will update itself. But I don't want to keep having to look at the GPS every 5 minutes. It should just only let me know when the truck is en route, not when it's just parked at the business. Look at Simba. Simba looks so cute. But you never know how much of a brat he is sometimes, when he's hungry. Today I caught him chewing on a wire for my scanner. And thank God I got to him before he was able to chew it, because he's chewed through some of my electronics cables before. And this is not something, and the scanner wire is not something I could just go to the store and get a new one for. I'd have to order it from the company. Okay, Boo, how you doing? It's nice and cool in here. Thankfully, the air is still on. The hottest part of the day today was supposed to be around 2 p.m. And now that we're past 2 p.m., hopefully the weather will start cooling down a little bit. So it's 95 right now. The high for the day is supposed to be 97, but you know, things can change. And maybe we're past the peak. Maybe we're past the peak, Boo. Okay, let me go finish. I gotta go finish cleaning. So what has happened is that since we've been in flea war mode for like the past several days, I have like flea fighting stuff all around, and I haven't been keeping on top of some other things that like needed to be put away, needed to be just like organized. And so that's what I've been doing today. I guess the GPS was not working because I just looked outside and the guy's here. Like I see his car. I don't know if he's in the car, if he's he's still in the car. I see him in the car. I'm gonna wait for him to ring the doorbell. Hopefully he'll ring the doorbell because these two will probably run into a bedroom or downstairs. And then I'll be able to shut the doors and all that stuff. It's 2:30 p.m. and here's Simba. Here's Boo. Well, the other cats are hiding. Well, Splash is on top of the armoire. So the guy just left. It was a very professional estimate, just really talking about air conditioning and what needs to be replaced and talking about furnaces. This guy was super, super knowledgeable. Like he told me more like educationally than probably any other company that has been here so far. His price is not the best price. He quoted me just roughly. He's like, it'll be around $11,000. But he goes, I'm going to send you a detailed written estimate, you know, in like 10 minutes. I'm going to email it to you. So far, very professional. And, you know, he was even telling me, yeah, you know, this is a very big investment. So make sure you get a few estimates. And I stand by ours because I know we're very competitive. And, you know, we would be able to get you in as soon as like next Friday. That's if like I decided, you know, very soon that I wanted them to do it. So at least that's good to know. Yeah, I'm just happy it was a quick estimate. It was like, you know, 10, 15 minutes, very professional, not asking me a bunch of stupid, intrusive questions and poking around the house and stuff like that. So, yeah, very happy. It's 4 p.m. and here's Goldie. Hey, Goldie. I just made myself some late lunch or early dinner. I had some lentil pasta with a lemon butter sauce. It was so good. And I just checked the temperature outside. It is 97 degrees outside. It looks like 4 p.m. is the hottest point of the day today so far. Hopefully it'll start cooling off soon, but I'm very happy that the AC is still working. So the guy that gave me the estimate today, when he was looking at the compressor outside, I was showing him videos of the other day when it was like making noises and stuff. And he says that it's definitely a problem with the compressor unit outside, not just like a Freon leak. It's definitely an issue with the compressor. He said something like, as they get older, they get more temperamental, something like that. And I was like, yeah, that's what's going on, because sometimes it has the issue and sometimes it doesn't. So he agreed that it's a good thing to keep it at a higher temperature because it's going to have more work to do getting the house down to a lower temperature. So at least it continues to work. And I just got a delivery of these folding packs that I want to use when I make homemade cat food. And I'm also going to use these for people food. They're kind of like Chinese food containers. So this is what they look like. They look like a typical Chinese takeout container on top, but on the bottom they're round, so that's really convenient. Also, they hold 26 ounces, and when I make cat food, I freeze it in 24-ounce portions. So I thought that this would be perfect for freezing cat food. It's more economical than the previous paper cartons that I had purchased that were like a paper carton with a paper lid, because this is just one piece, you fold it on top. And I believe these are compostable, biodegradable. And I can also use these for leftovers. So for example, I put my leftover lentil pasta in here, put the date on it, and then this is going in the fridge. And then that way, when I'm done, I could just toss this in the garbage and we're good, because I feel like all I do is wash dishes. And a good portion of what I'm constantly washing is like reusable plastic containers that I freeze the cat food in, or storage containers that I use for human food in the refrigerator. I run my dishwasher every single day, and sometimes it's at a point where I'm running it twice a day because I have so much stuff that I'm constantly washing. So I thought for the summer, to give myself a break, I would try these containers. So this should definitely help cut back on the amount of dishes that I feel like I'm just constantly washing. I feel like my sink is always full and I'm always either loading the dishwasher, unloading the dishwasher, or hand washing some kind of dishes or containers. So we'll see how it goes. They look very promising. I put the pasta in here when it was really hot and it's cooled down nicely, so I'm going to put this in the fridge. And these should work well as far as the frozen food goes. Now, when I make frozen food for the cats, it usually only lasts like 2 or 3 weeks in the freezer, because by then it's all consumed. So it's not like these are going to be in the freezer for months at a time. So I think using these to freeze food for only a few weeks should be fine, as far as not degrading the quality of the food that's being frozen in them. So with shipping, these came out to 20 cents a container, so I didn't think that was bad. So if I'm using one for the cat's breakfast and one for their dinner, that's 2 a day, that's 40 cents a day. Divided by 11 cats, that's less than 4 cents per cat to save me time having to wash dishes. Also, one other thing that I should mention is that I measured the dimensions of these containers when full, and I should be able to fit 9 meals on each shelf in my cat food freezer versus 8 meals, which I can currently fit in the plastic storage containers that I've been using. So that means I could fit at least another 3 or 4 meals in the freezer if I use these versus the containers that I've been using. It's 7:45 and I just went outside to close up the greenhouse, and it's a lot cooler outside now. It's like 84 degrees. It feels really, really good. And the skinny tabby was laying on a patio chair, and then it like ran down the side of the house, but it was like sitting there and staring at me for a while, and it's so thin. Like, it is so thin. So I just put a plate of food out for it. This is some of the wellness pate that the inside cats, they don't really like it. And I have a lot of this stuff, and I have the big cans. So I was like, you know what? I have all these cans of food. I don't want them to go to waste. I'm just going to put it out, and let's see if he or she, I think it's a he, comes back to eat it. Again, I know my neighbors at the other end of the block are feeding it. Maybe some other neighbors are feeding it. I don't know, but I'm just putting this out. I don't know if like a possum's going to eat it like previous time that I put food out, or if the cat's going to come back and eat it. So the last time that I put food out, the skinny tabby ended up coming back a few hours later and eating it. And I just realized I should put a camera on this like I did with the other one. So I'm going to go out and move the camera. Look at Nancy. She looks very comfortable. Today I vacuumed the furniture because these chairs get a lot of cat hair on them, and I definitely need to get new slip covers for them. So I think I've had these slip covers a little more than 2 years now, and they were holding up great at first, but now they're starting to get holes in them. Most likely because now, for some reason, the cats like to get on top of these chairs and kind of sink their claws into these slip covers. So I'm probably going to have to order new ones. And they were relatively cheap. I think it was like $40 for 2 of the slip covers. So that's not bad at all. There's Sammy. All of the cats are sleeping right now. I just checked on my room where Simba, Splash, and Boo are, and they're all still totally relaxing. And here's Goldie. And here's Richard. Thank
Thank you for watching this Lucky Ferals video. If you enjoyed it, please give it a thumbs up. Please subscribe if you'd like me to post more videos, and please make sure to check out these other videos that were selected especially for you.